You're losing time every single day without even realizing it. Hours slip away into distractions, scrolling through social media, watching just one more episode, procrastinating on important tasks. And before you know it, another day is gone. You promise yourself that tomorrow will be different, that you'll finally get things done. But then tomorrow comes, and somehow, nothing changes. Why? Because you're trapped in a cycle of waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel ready. But here's the harsh truth. Time isn't waiting for you. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years have passed. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize how much time they've wasted until it's too late. You tell yourself you don't have enough time to work on your goals, but in reality, it's not about needing more time. It's about using the time you already have more wisely. Look at the most successful people in the world. Do they have more hours in a day than you? Number. The difference between them and those who never accomplish their dreams is how they use their time. Most people don't actively waste time on purpose. It happens in small, subtle ways. You check your phone for 5 minutes and suddenly it's been half an hour. You take a short break and somehow an hour has passed. You spend the whole day thinking about something you need to do instead of actually doing it. And before you even realize it, the day is over and nothing has changed. If you let this pattern continue, time will keep slipping away and your goals will stay exactly where they are, out of reach. But if you change how you use your time, everything in your life will change. The first thing you need to understand is this: motivation is a myth. If you keep waiting until you feel motivated to take action, you'll never start. The most productive and successful people in the world don't wait for motivation. They take action whether they feel like it or not. And here's the secret: action creates motivation. The moment you start, momentum builds and motivation follows. But if you just sit around waiting to feel ready, you'll waste even more time doing nothing. Think about how many times you've delayed something because you weren't in the mood, only to realize later that getting started was the hardest part. Once you begin, it's never as bad as you thought. But if you keep waiting for motivation, time will keep slipping away, and so will your chances of success. Another reason people waste time is that they don't plan their priorities. They wake up and just go with the flow, handling things as they come without a clear structure. The problem is, when you don't control your time, distractions will control it for you. Your time will be spent on whatever feels urgent in the moment, not on what actually moves you forward. Look at the most successful people. Do they just wake up and wing it? Number. They have structured routines. They plan their day. They decide in advance what they're going to focus on. Because if something isn't scheduled, it doesn't happen. If you don't protect your time, the world will find a way to use it for you. One of the biggest time traps people fall into is saying yes too often. Every time you agree to something unnecessary, you're taking time away from your own goals. Most distractions don't come out of nowhere. They come from people, invitations, and obligations that don't actually add value to your life. Learn to say no. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your time. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something important. If you want to stop wasting time, you have to stop trying to please everyone. And then there's social media, the silent killer of time. It's designed to keep you hooked, stealing hours of your day without you realizing it. The apps, the notifications, the endless scrolling. It all feels harmless, but it adds up. Before you know it, you've spent more time consuming than creating, more time watching than doing. And here's the scary part. Most people spend more time watching other people live their lives than actually living their own. Every time you check your phone, ask yourself, is this actually adding value to my life? Most of the time, the answer is no. Be intentional with your time online, or it will consume you. Finally, and most importantly, stop overthinking and just take action. Thinking, planning, and preparing are useful, but they don't replace doing. The more you analyze, the less you act. Overthinking is just another form of procrastination. You don't need more time, more knowledge, or more preparation. You need to start. Perfectionism, doubt, and hesitation steal more time than failure ever will. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll never start. The best way to learn, improve, and grow is by doing. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment lost forever. And that's the ultimate truth. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Every second wasted is a second gone forever. You can't rewind. You can't redo. You can't get back the hours, the days, or the years that slipped away. So ask yourself, are you using your time wisely? Or are you letting it slip away? You have two choices. Let time control you, or take control of your time. Let distractions dictate your life, or take action and create the life you want. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do?